can make a really strong case, champ, for him winning Offensive Rookie of the Year. Early on, it was Puka Nakua. You can make an argument for Jonathan Taylor of the Indianapolis Colts. But Jackson Smith Njigba, I mean, he has been playing like the best wide receiver in football so far this year. I mean, he had another outstanding game against the Houston Texans. I'm reading up the stats right here, right now. I'm just looking at it. Right now, he leads the NFL in receiving yards, 819. He's tied for 50th in receptions, number one in receiving yards. He's tied 11 for touchdowns. He's on pace to have 1,989 yards. He's on pace to break Calvin Johnson's 2012 record for the most receiving yards in an NFL season. The Seattle Seahawks, hey, listen, we talk about Shane Steichen, Coach of the Year, Kyle Shanahan, Coach of the Year. That head coach from Seattle should be in the conversation. McDonald for Coach of the Year, considering the fact that he's from Baltimore, and sure as hell, Baltimore damn sure misses him because with Zach Orr as their defensive coordinator, it seems to be Baltimore has forgotten their soul, what they do, what they represent, which is defense. And it's great, however, that they have the offense with Lamar and company, but defense, man. But Jackson Smith Njigba, he's been playing out of his mind, champ. What are your thoughts about him?
Oh man, look,
And
they
he's
were
a
never.
product of OSU because we all know how great they are when it comes to developing receivers.
Yes, indeed, man. And look, we could talk about. It's just safe to say that Ohio State is wide receiver you, man, because every time you look around, they putting somebody in the league. I mean, and they be darn good too, man. Everybody thought that it was going to be Maserati Marv, which he is trying to find his footing in Arizona, partly due to quarterback play, but that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. But you know, but SGN, I think he definitely, if he eclipses 2,000 yards, I think we
JSN.
could, huh?
JSN.
JSN. I think that he definitely has a chance to win Offensive Player of the Year. I don't think they're going to give it to a wide receiver, man. If they didn't give it to Calvin Johnson or Cooper Cup or even Jerry Rice when he broke the record when he scored 22 touchdowns in 12 games, if they ain't give it to him, I doubt they give it to anybody at this point. I think the last wide receiver that they gave it to was the wide receiver out of Green Bay. I forget his name, but I don't think they're ever going to give it to a wide receiver ever again. I think Baker Mayfield. I think it's Baker
Justin
Mayfield, right?
Jefferson. Justin
Huh?
Jefferson was the last wide receiver to win offensive player of the year.
Well, no, I'm talking about MVP. Yeah,
I didn't say MVP with
yeah,
Jackson Smith Njigba. I said offensive player of the year because we
yeah,
all know that it's a quarterback.
yeah. It's a
Everyone knows it's
quarterback
a
league. They're
quarterback.
not going to let a wide receiver of all things win the MVP. But I really think legitimately that they have the capability of winning the offensive player of the year, man. And if he goes over 2,000, that will be monumental, man. I think he's look Ohio State, man. I'm a Southern guy. I'm an SEC guy to the core. Although, my school is known for putting out running backs. I always say, I always like to say a Southern school like LSU is the wide receiver you, especially considering they got the best two wideouts in the league right about now. But when you think about just constantly, and I'm not talking about just I'm just gonna put a wide receiver in the league and they just gonna do something for a year or so and then they're just gonna disappear. It's a constant. I mean, the thing is, everybody talk about Jeremiah Smith right about now. Cornell Tate might even be better than him. So, you got to give credit where credit is due, man. Ohio State, man, y'all are the wide receiver. It pains me to say that because, like I said, my Southern roots down here in the Bible Belt, man. I like to say it's a Southern school, but the guys from up north, y'all do y'all thing, man. But I think the JSN have a definite chance to win Offensive Player of the Year, man. especially with the season that he's had. He only eight. It's only been. It ain't even been 8 games yet. You already got 800 yards. It ain't
7.
even been 8 games yet.
Let's look at some of his games so far. I'm just checking it out right now on ESPN.com. He's
Mm-hmm.
had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games of over 100 yards or more. The
That's
fewest
ridiculous.
receiving yards he's had this season, you got to go back to the Thursday night football game against the Arizona Cardinals, in which they won 23-20, 4 for 79 yards. I mean, he is consistent, champ. And again, Sam Darnold, I mean, is having a hell of a season as well. Seattle, they are making some noise in that NFC West. It's not just the Rams, and it's not just the 49ers. You have to take into account the Seattle Seahawks as well, man. But when you look at wide receivers from OSU, they look at Marvin Harrison, Garrett Wilson, you look at Jackson Smith-Njigba, Emeka Ibuka, now Jeremiah Smith, now Cardell Tate. I mean, they all wide receiver you. And then after that, of course, you got to throw in LSU because of Brian Thomas Jr., Malik Neighbors, Jarvis Landry, Odell Beckham Jr. And then you look, of course, you can't disregard Alabama. They still gonna bring out them wide receivers.